We are builders. We are crafters. We are fighters. We are Bear Hill Shire.
This is Sir Chris LaPine, Angus McBarrel. Today we're making chop suey, and we're going to need these ingredients here. It's one of my favorite dishes that my dad used to make, so I'm definitely a big fan. Got about 1.5 pounds of pork tenderloin. We'll be cutting that up here in a minute. You want to use chicken bouillon, 1 cube, about a cup of chicken bouillon. I add in some ramen noodle chicken mix. I know it's definitely not healthy for you, but it tastes awesome in this. Chop suey vegetables, these are kind of hard to get. Definitely want to look around for them. I've seen them at, like, Festival has them. Some of the more up-end grocery stores will have them. Walmart's kind of a toss-up on that. Soy sauce, cornstarch, corn syrup, some cooking oil. If you can get frozen pea pods, that's great. This is a Damian frozen pea pods, that's fine. Pepper. I use instant rice just to put it all over. You can put it on noodles if you want, but whatever, you know. I got about 4 cups of instant rice here. Everything we're going to be cooking today is going to be going in the big soup pot. We're going to cook it all right in here except for the rice. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is start your water boiling. About 3 minutes, give or take. It's going to take the pork, and cut it into about 1/2-inch cubes, give or take. And I'm going to plate this before I put it in the pot. Okay, I've got all the pork chops chopped up into about 1/2-inch, 3/4-inch cubes. I still did trim some fat off them, even though I do pre-trim them when I get them. I'll cut them into steaks off a big tenderloin, then I'll cut the fat off them, but you still get fat. Pork's pork. You can use chicken. I wouldn't really recommend beef for this. It kind of weirds the flavor out with the chicken bouillon. So once I've got my pork done here, I'm going to mix up my cornstarch sauce. And what I'm doing with this one is basically taking my beef bouillon cup, or chicken bouillon, I should say. I'm just going to pour this into a soup bowl for right now.
Coffee mug.
We'll come back to that. It's a soup bowl.
It's a coffee mug.
Soup.
Coffee mug.
Ignore that.
No, it's a coffee mug.
So I'm going to do a good 1/4 of a cup, give or take, 1/8 of a cup, corn syrup, 2 or 3 forkfuls of cornstarch. Now, this right here by itself, I know everybody gets down on cornstarch and corn syrup, and oh my god, it's so bad for you, but it makes the best neutral flavored thickener. Non-flavored, so if you got gravy that's really runny or some kind of soup or stew you want to thicken up, I'll do this mix right here without anything else in it, and let it cook and boil for a while. You get that nice restaurant quality consistency. Soy sauce, I'm going to put in about 1/4 to 1/8 of a teaspoon. Really don't want to go a lot on this, just enough to give it that flavor, and there's a lot of flavor in that. What I'm looking for is that nice brown paste there. Now this will want to lump and settle on you, so you may have to stir it again. Okay, I've got my soup mixture, or my bouillon mixture done here. I also want to stir in my ramen noodle mix. And I want to do this after it's hot. I don't want to do it before. Okay. We're going to take chopped suey vegetables, we're going to open them up. And some people say drain, I don't. Personally, I keep that juice because there's a lot of flavor in that too. So I'm going to dump that right into the bouillon. And we'll be putting this right in the pot like that. Some people rinse it, again, really the flavor. Okay, so we've got our pork, we've got our bouillon, we've got our thing here ready to go. Cat squirter. Sorry! We've got oil for the pan, so I'm going to oil the pan up. I squirt them because they come in my kitchen, and they know better. They like counter cruising, and I don't want little feet that have been in a litter box walking on my counters. So everything gets washed and cleaned before I cook. Because I'm OCD anal like that. These we don't pre-cook. I'm going to dump the meat in here when it gets warm. I don't want to put it in now. And then the salt and, the garlic salt and the pepper will go in at that point. So we're going to go over to the stove now. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get my rice going. High. All I got in there is some butter, salt, hot water, 4 cups. Moving all of my stuff over here. We're going to turn this on medium-high for the oil. We got our cornstarch mixture with the soy sauce. Got our bouillon here. And there's the chopped Suey vegetables. So I'm going to let this heat up for a little bit. Very important. Pork spoon, rice spoon. We don't do this. Okay? We don't cross-contaminate our stuff. So keep your spoons separate. Okay, oil's just getting nice and warm. I'll give that another couple seconds here. Once I dump the pork in here, I'm going to be doing my garlic salt. That one. And I really want to make sure that all this pork gets nice and coated in the oil. That's why I use a deep pot so it doesn't splash everywhere. Do we have a special spoon holder? Spoon goes there. We're going to give this a couple good sprinkles of the pork salt and the pepper. Not a ton of pepper. Did I just say pork salt? Garlic salt. Stir that up again. I'm going to start to see everything get nice and brown here, or at least not pink. You may have to drain this. Depends how much oil you put in there. Again, grease cup. Really handy. Take an old cup, dump the grease in here, not the sink. Not the sink. That's bad. Okay. I'm going to cover this for a minute or two. Check on the water. Not even close. Okay, that's fine. It's instant rice, it cooks quick. And we're just going to leave those frozen. So those are pretty solid. Okay. And you can see we're getting a lot of liquid in there. So we got that nice and firm. It is going to cook in here for a good 15-20 minutes anyway, so don't be afraid to not overcook it. You definitely want your pork cooked, but I go with the usual, everything's brown on all the sides. Now, there is something handy that you can do with pork. When I get a pork tenderloin, it's like about 5 pounds, and you cut off maybe 10 pork chops at about 1 inch thick, you're gonna have a lot of fat, a lot. Like this is almost a pound of fat by itself. So what I do with this stuff, and something I'm going to be getting into, now that we're going into like the Great Depression again, taking this fat, frying it up, draining the grease off into a clean container, not like a cup like that where I'm going to throw that out, and then bring it to boiling water, scoop off the fat that's rendered, boil it again, fry it again with some kind of potato or apple, and then you get lard. Now, lard is pretty old school and very unhealthy for you. Not recommending this if you aren't like in a, you know, very tight budget situation, but that's a lot of meat and fat and stuff to throw away, so just so you know. Lard coming in. Okay, so we got a nice white color all the way around here. And I have my tender pork now, which I'm now going to drain. Hot pads! The goal here is not to brown the pork, put a brown coating on it. The goal here is to get it so it's pretty much in this condition. One more sprinkle of garlic salt again, don't need a ton. One more pepper. Give that a good stir. In goes the bouillon. And then right away goes in your cornstarch, corn syrup, and soy sauce mix, because you want this to boil. Otherwise it won't thicken, it's just going to be really runny, like a lot. So we're going to stir that in there. We're going to put the veggies in there. Not the snow peas yet.
You mean edamame?
Yeah, those things. Now, some people put in water chestnuts too. I like it like this. I'm not a big fan of water chestnuts. Let that boil. Rice water is hot. Okay. So eventually that'll boil. But it is 4 cups of water, so it might just take a while. Chop suey is a really easy 20-minute dish you can just throw together. You know, have your pork ready to go, have all your stuff ready to go when you get home from work. Slap it in the pot, throw it on rice. It's a meal by itself. This will feed about 4 people. 2 if you have a son that eats like mine.
Thank you.
That's why I'm
1 if you have a daughter that eats like mine.
Yeah, that too. And then also making 4 cups of rice because you really want to give them more rice than this. This is a great way to stretch pork out too. 1.5 pounds in this, you get a good, you know, like up to there of food, which is nice. So you see this is boiling and it's already starting to thick, so you really got to keep on that bottom. At this point, we're going to turn the heat down to medium low. Going to give this another 2 or 3 minutes. When this starts boiling, the edamame, whatever that says, is going to go in there for about 10 minutes, because this rice is going to take about 10 minutes to cook. Okay, that looks like it's almost boiling, because I really want this to boil. I should stop watching it because a wash pot never boils. Hey, the water's boiling, okay. In goes the rice. 4 cups of rice, 4 cups of water. We got about, I don't know, half stick, no, not even, like 2 tablespoons of butter. When I keep stirring this, this stuff will completely coat the bottom of the pan. Then the veggies go, start to combine. Some people cut the ends off, I don't really care. If you don't like it, don't eat that. Now we let this sit here on medium low, give or take. Everything's basically sitting here waiting to cook. In fact, we could probably swap these 2 burners just to make this go faster.
Just on spoons.
And you notice the rice spoon stayed with the rice pot. It didn't go over there, because we don't do that. I know there's so many people out there cringing right now, pulling their hair out saying, stop lifting the lid of rice. Turn it down to medium and let it sit. Right. I'm just impatient. Okay, that's what I want to see. Nice, Nice and tender. Nice little bit of glaze going on there. Okay, so the chop suey went really good. It's really like a 20-minute dish. I think the longest thing we waited for was the rice. So I probably could have started the rice boiling as soon as I started doing the video. That's how fast this went. Just to show you what it looks like plated up. Get a nice plate of vegetables there. Definitely worth the time, and it's really a cheap dish to make, so pretty handy, pretty easy. Alright, that's chop suey. I'm Chris LaPine, starring as McBarrow. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of Bear Hill Films.
Scotsman clad in kilts left the bar one evening fair. And one could tell by how he walked that he'd drunk more than his share.
In the meantime,
Fumbled round until
I have a
he
clean
could
spoon.
no longer keep his feet. And he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside
That failed. That failed badly. That failed badly.
Stumbled off into the grass to sleep.
Haha, I owe you.
About that time, two young and lovely girls just happened by.
Ah, you got it on spray.
To the other
And yours smell like lemon and lavender.
See on sleeping Scotsman so strong and handsome build. I wonder if it's true what they wear beneath the bill.
Wash your grubby ass hands. Right where the word record is. That should be right above my head.
It is.
Okay.
I wonder if it's true.
Am I centered now?
They crept up on that sleeping Scots
Okay.
quiet as could
Get the handy dandy wooden spoon concert. I'm the race spoon. I'm the pork spoon.
Somebody's extremely bored.
No, not really the best way to explain it. I don't know. That sucks.
Can you guys come and throw a wet blanket on the party? Not that wet blanket.
Let's
And
leave
of
a
course,
present
it's
for
lubrication
our
for the
friend
chef.
before we move along. As a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied into
Moving on.
a bow around the bonny star the Scots.
I would recommend hot pads because you're not dumb like me. Hey, guess what? That's hot.
Half hot cats.
It's one of those clacker boards, you know.
Now the Scotsman
Like, stop! Good. Where's the fucking talent? He's in his trailer. More industrial aircraft blue, so put some water in that. Unless you just hate the kids that are doing dishes. Camera falling down. You heard it here first. My girlfriend is right. And I probably shouldn't have used masking tape to stick this to the cabinet over there.